Welcome, everyone. This is the Credit Repair Show with your host, the Credit Doctor, Angelo McCutcheon, coming to you with another video on the credit repair process. Today, we're going to be talking about how to build business credit, and we're going to touch a little bit we're going to talk about the importance of having business credit, and we're going to touch on some personal credit as well. So I want to say shout out to all my TikTok people coming online. Shout out to all my Facebook, YouTube people coming online. Of course, when you come on into the room, make sure you give us some thumbs up. Make sure you say hello, give us some hearts, all that good stuff. You know how we do. If you have any questions, you can always ask your questions. All right, just go into the comment section, enter your questions, and make sure you hit the like and share button. Hit the like and share button. All right, so let's talk about business credit, right? So many people have businesses out there. I run across them all the time, whether it's a small business, whether it's a medium-sized business, or whether it's a large business. Some people sell jewelry. Some people sell T-shirts. Some people sell other clothing. Some people have trucking businesses. Some people sell water bottles on the corner. I don't know. People have all types of businesses that they operate under. Some have storefront businesses. Some people just have home-based businesses, right? So whatever your business is, if you have a business and you're not building business credit for your business, you are doing yourself a great disservice, because basically what you're doing is putting your business in the hands of you, the owner, when you want your business to be able to stand on its own. That's what business credit is, the ability to have your business stand on its own. Matter of fact, I'm going to later on this evening, going to do a whole um, presentation on how to actually build business credit, the steps you need to take to begin to build business credit for your business. Because sometimes people think they're building business credit and they're doing it all wrong. Some people feel that, hey, if I can get a loan for my business, but if I can get it in my name for my business, then hey, I'm building business. No, that's not building business credit. Business credit, again. But let me just put this. I'm gonna put this slide up here real quick for those of you who are on TikTok. You may not be watching them. I'm gonna upload a slide to my YouTube and Facebook page that talks about business credit. And I just want to read it so that you guys have an understanding of what it is. And here's what it says. The question is, what is business credit? And it says, business credit is the credit that is obtained in a business name. With business credit, the business builds its own credit profile and credit score for its EIN number. This credit is in the business name and based on the business ability to pay, not the business owner. All right, you guys got that? Business credit. Let's hide that real quick. All right. It's the ability for your business to establish its own credit so that it can get uh, funding, loans, credit cards in the name of your business that your business is responsible for and not you personally. And this is where a lot of people mess up who have their own businesses and trying to grow their business. Like some people say, hey, I have a thriving barbershop, but I want to open up another barbershop or a hair salon, and my hair salon is grown, but I want to open up another hair salon. Where can I get capital? Where can I get loans to do that? And most of the time, people will go to traditionally a bank to try to get loans to grow their business. But what happens is the banks or anybody else gonna want to know not only how your business is doing, but they're gonna want to know: are you going to, are you going to basically solidify it by you guaranteeing it that you'll take care of it if the business goes under, meaning that you'll repay the loan if the business goes under. So they want a personal guarantee when it comes to banks giving you a loan. And that's what people are familiar with. They're familiar with uh, banks or giving personal loans, guarantees for any loan or credit card they'll get. So you'll go to Home Depot to get a Home Depot card, and basically you'll guarantee it by putting your social security number down, saying that, hey, my business can't pay its own bills, then I personally will be responsible for it. But you see, that's where, again, people are messing up, because if you build business credit, basically what you're saying is, hey, my business is strong enough to stand on its own. It does not need me to give a personal guarantee, right? Because what that personal guarantee means, hey, if your business goes under, they can come after you personally to pay any debts that your business created. When you have business credit and your credit is built the right way, then they can't come after you personally, because they're going to give you the loan on the strength of your business. Now, what's a good business score to have, right? What's a good business score? And I'm just kind of, I'm going to give a presentation later on this evening, but I'm just going to kind of just give you an overall structure so you can understand that those of you who have businesses out there, you have to start leaning towards building business credit for your business. Again, I don't care if it's a water bottle business. I don't care if it's a jewelry business. I don't care if it's a clothesline business. I don't care if you do websites, if you do coaching, if you do credit, whatever it is, you have to learn how to begin to build business credit for your business. Now, like personal credit, right? And we'll get into personal credit. But personal credit, your personal credit scores goes anywhere from 350 to like 850, right? And the higher you are, the closer you are to that 850, the better you are able to obtain credit personally, right? So if you have a score of 700 or higher, you can basically get that mortgage with a low interest rate. You can get that new car with a low interest rate. You can get a loan from the bank with a low interest rate. You can get credit cards with a low interest rate when you have a nice personal credit score, 700 or higher. With business credit, it goes from 0 to 100. In business credit, it goes from 0 to 100. And the closer you are to 100, the better off your business will be. So a good business score is 80 or higher. A good business score is having a business score of 80 or higher. Remember, it only goes up to 100, but 80 or higher. And the thing is, it's not hard to get to that 80. You just have to structure your business the right way. It's not hard where you're, what I want to say, it's not hard. It's not hard to get to that 80 score. Sorry, I just had to block some people on TikTok. Right? It's not hard to get to that 80 score. You can actually get there by structuring your business the right way. Now people say, "Hey, how do I do that?" Because I have a business and I want to build business credit. But make sure you tune in this evening. I'm gonna do a whole presentation on how to build business credit. I'm probably gonna go online. Today is Wednesday, probably 8 o'clock this evening, uh, Eastern Standard Time. 8 o'clock this evening, Eastern Standard Time, which is my time. So you figure that out if you're out there in the West or anything, what time that might be. But we're going to actually give you a structure on how to literally build business credit. And you can build, believe it or not, a lot of you guys don't know, but you can basically build business credit in about 6 months, anywhere between 3 to 6 months. Right. And we have a whole program that coaches you how to do that. And we have dedicated people who will call you to make sure that you're doing everything the correct way. They will assist you for a whole year. They will assist you making sure you're doing everything the proper way. But we'll talk about that this evening as we outline the fact uh, that business credit is where you need to go. You need to build business credit, right? And building business credit is making sure you have the right email address, making sure you have the right 1-800 number, making sure uh, you have the right website, making sure everything is correct across the board. Your addresses are the same. You don't have different, because they search the internet to find anything about your business. And if they don't see consistency, then with business credit, you can be denied business without them having to tell you why you was denied. Thanks for the hearts. I appreciate the hearts. With business credit, if you're trying to obtain a loan or get credit for your business and you get denied, they don't have to tell you why you denied. There's no law that says they have to. Unlike personal credit, when you are denied for anything for your personal credit, they have to send you notice saying, hey, you were denied based on A, B, C, D within your credit score. They have to let you know that. But with business credit, they can just deny you for anything. Well, they can deny you. I'm gonna say for anything, but they can deny you, but they don't have to let you know why they denying you. All right. So it's important that you make sure you have everything structured. Right. Make sure you have everything structured. Mm, all right, because that can uh, really help you. And we're going to go in what you need to do to be structured. Because sometimes when I'm helping people build business credit and I see that they're using a AOL account for their business or a Gmail account, that's a no. We got to change that. We can't be using that. That's something we can't be using. Right. So we're going to have to talk about getting everything, all your ducks in a row, and making sure you're building it the correct way. All right. You're building business credit the correct way. All right. So just keep that in mind as we talk about that on this evening. Now, let's talk personal credit. Right. Now, a lot of people say, well, how do I fix my personal credit? I did a video, I believe last week or something like that. Make sure you guys follow me. So when I'm dropping these gems and I'm giving you free information on how to build your business credit, your personal credit, and click the notification, whatever it is you need to click on to make sure whenever I go live, you get the notification. Make sure you click on that. All right. So to build this, start working on business credit, personal credit. You got to clean up your credit profile. I talked about that in my last video. You got to clean up your personal profile, meaning you want to make sure the only thing that's reporting on your credit report is your current name, your current address, your current cell phone number, and your current job. Anything on there that is not current, you want to make sure they delete that. All right. Second, you want to make sure uh, you're building positive credit, because a lot of times when people talk about fixing their bad credit, right, improving their bad credit, the first thing they run to is, let's get rid of all the negative items on my credit report. Let's just get rid of all the negative items on my credit report. And that's, you want to get rid of it. We'll talk about how you could do that too, in terms of finding anything that's inaccurate, incomplete, or unverifiable. But what you also have to do is build positive credit. This is the part that a lot of people forget. You have to start building positive credit. You need about 3 to 5 positive things reporting every month on your credit report. 3 to 5. You can have more than 5, but at least 3 to 5. And you need to have a mixture of credit, installment accounts and revolving accounts. Right, revolving accounts, of course, are credit cards. Get 2 or 3 credit cards, even if they're small credit cards, even if they're secure credit cards, you get those, right? And then you get an installment account. Installment account could be a loan from the bank, a small loan or a big loan from the bank, don't matter. It could be a car payment. It could be a mortgage. It could be anything that in which an installment account is. You get the credit and you got to pay it off at a certain time. That's an installment account. As with a revolving account like credit cards, you're just paying on it every month. All right. There's no end date to it. All right. Whereas an installment account, that account has an end date in which you finally make all your payments. All right. So you're going to need at least 3 to 5 positive things reporting on your credit report. So if you look at your credit report, you're in the process of fixing it and cleaning it, then you have to be able to say, what am I building that's positive on my credit report? What am I building that's positive on my credit report? Do I have credit cards that have never been late? Do I have a loan that I've been paying on every month, a car payment that's never been late? You need 3 to 5, and we'll talk about how to actually get those accounts if you don't have them. All right. So now, with that in mind, you then got to look at the negative things on your credit report. And again, this is just an overview. We'll get into the specifics on a later video. All right. But this is just an overview of personal and business credit. All right. So now when you start working on the negative things on your credit report, keep in mind the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the FCRA, which is the law that governs, when it comes to fixing your credit and what creditors can do and what they can't do. It says that, anything that's on your credit report that gets reported, and I'm just paraphrasing, anything that gets reported on your credit report, it has to be 100% accurate, you guys. It has to be 100% accurate. They cannot report inaccurate information. So anything you see on your credit report that's inaccurate or unverifiable or incomplete, you have the right to dispute that information. You first dispute it with the credit bureaus, and then you can dispute it with the creditor or the debt collector after that. But the credit bureaus, when you dispute with them, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian, their job is to go out and do a proper investigation, which we know that a lot of times they don't. They're supposed to do a proper investigation. And when they do a proper investigation, they want to go to the creditor and say, hey, this consumer saying they found some inaccuracies on this report. Can you guys deny, or can you guys say that this is accurate? And if they can't prove it to be accurate, it gets deleted from your credit report. All right. So I just want you guys to be clear. It gets deleted from your credit report. If it is accurate and it proves to be accurate, then that's another thing. You could talk about settlements, stuff like that, but just make sure it is accurate. For instance, you got TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Each one of them is reporting your Capital One account as a negative. And Capital One says, hey, tells TransUnion, you owe $600 to TransUnion, but then they tell Equifax they owe $610, and they tell Experian they owe $605. Well, obviously, somebody's reporting inaccurate information, because you can't have 3 different numbers for the same account. It's either 600, 610, or 605. Which one is it? So when you see things like that, that's inaccurate information being reported. So you have the right to dispute that information and have them delete it if they can't fix the or come up with the right account number for that account. And most of the times they can't. And so it gets deleted from your credit report. Now, also understand, when things get deleted from your credit report, doesn't mean that you don't owe it. It just means that they can't report it on your credit report because of the inaccuracy that you found on it. Now, a lot of times they won't go after you if it's a small amount. They'll start reporting it. They won't go after you. Sometimes if it's a big amount, the only option they'll have is, will they file a lawsuit against you for the debt? And then we can go into that on how you can deal with that and get involved in that. That's a whole nother issue that definitely will take some time for us to get into, but that's something you can fight as well. All right. But most of them don't do it. Some will. I'll talk to you about the ones who do it all the time. And most of them don't. They'll just have it removed from your credit report, and that'll be the end of it. And remember, you always have the statute of limitation, meaning how long in your state. You got to check your state to find out how long is the statute of limitation as far as a creditor being able to sue me when I created debt in my state. For instance, in New Jersey, where I came from, I know for a fact that they have 6 years to sue you for a written contract. 6 years to sue you, and that 6 years starts when it first goes to a negative status. What I mean by that, so you open up an account in 2015, 2020, it gets reported. You start making payments, and it gets reported on your credit report as a negative on your credit report. So now from 2020, not 2015 when you opened it, but 2020, when you first defaulted on that account, they have the right to sue you for that money. And they have 6 years to do it. If they don't do it in New Jersey after 6 years, they can't. I mean, they basically lose any strength they have on collecting on that debt. All right. So building personal credit, we just went over building business credit, but building personal credit is really uh, understanding what your rights are, understanding what your ability to make sure that inaccurate information doesn't get reported. Now, I'm one that always say, hey, if we create a debt, then we should pay the debt. If we create a debt, then we should pay the debt. But I also understand that in life, things happen. And because in life, things happen, whether we get sick, we lose a loved one, lose a job, and got to make sure our kids get fed, things like that. So we got to make choices, right? And then a lot of time, those choices cause us to go into debt. Now, we still would love to pay the debt, but we want to make sure that the debt is 100% accurate, because a lot of times they will get mad and start adding interest and fees that they're not supposed to add. They'll tell the credit bureaus one thing and another credit bureau another thing, right? And that gives us the right to fight that. All right. So we're not saying we don't want to pay the debt. We're just saying that, hey, if you're going to report it, make sure it's 100% accurate. Because if not, we're not going to allow you to report inaccurate information. And remember, 70% of things found on people's credit report from the last study that was done, 70% of things found on people's credit report are errors. That alone tells you why you do not have to live with bad credit, that there is something you can do about it. Now, you might say, hey, you know what? Should I pay somebody to fix my credit, or can I fix my credit myself? You can actually fix your credit yourself. You can do it, or you can pay somebody to fix your credit. That's up to you, right? If you got the time and patience and you want to be consistent in dealing with the negative thing, you can actually do it. If for those of you who don't have the time, say, hey, I didn't want to pay somebody who actually does that as a business, then you could pay somebody who actually does that. That's totally up to you. But can you clean up your own credit? Absolutely. That's your choice. All right. Just got to get the knowledge and the understanding, and just do your research. That's all. Just do your research and you can get it done. All right. So keep in mind, you do not have to live with bad credit. As we bring this to a close, you do not have to live with bad credit. There is something you can do about it. And again, if you're interested in a free credit repair consultation from me, the credit doctor, Angelo McCutcheon, then just make sure you inbox me on Facebook. Make sure all my information is in the description of YouTube, in the description of Facebook, right? And TikTok, all you got to do is DM me for more information. To reach out to me. You can see my email also on my TikTok page. You can email me. And we also do credit. We not only do work on fixing your credit, but we also have a coaching credit program that I started just recently, because a lot of people wanted to hire me as mentors to help them clean up their credit or educate them about cleaning up their credit. So now we have a coaching program that will actually teach you. I will teach you everything you need to know for you to fix your own credit. You will get 6 months of my service one-on-one time. You will get the best of my dispute letters that I use to help clean up my clients' credit. I will teach you what the credit bureaus are all about, teach you how to read your credit reports. I work with attorneys. Most of you guys don't know, but I work with attorneys, or I have access to attorneys. I've had access to attorneys over the years that I will make sure that you get in touch with them, because they can also work to see if you have any particular violations. But we offer all this when it comes to credit coaching. So if you're interested in that, you can go to my website to get more information. My website it's also in the description of the YouTube and Facebook description. All right. But for those for TikTok, if you want to go to my website, it's getfreshstart.net. Getfreshstart.net. Basically, you're getting a fresh start. We're going to teach you how to get a fresh start with your credit. So get a fresh start, or get fresh start credit repair. And those of you who are interested in mentoring, wanting me to mentor them so they can build their own credit repair business, we do the same thing as well. All right. So I appreciate all you guys. Thanks for the hearts. Thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the likes. God willing, we'll see you later on this evening, where we'll do a presentation on what is business credit. And we'll go over that with you guys later on this evening. Make sure you tune in 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I mean, it may be 8:01, maybe 8:02 when I get on, but it's going to be around 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back to do a business credit. So I appreciate you guys. Stay blessed. Whatever you do, stay blessed. But what's even more important is that you are a blessing. And with that, we say, have a blessed